Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice. It's time!
Welcome to the Probably Wrong Podcast. Tony, Mike, Dave, we're caffeinated and aggravated, and we're about to take it out on you. Like that, Dave?
I like it.
First time I've used it.
You worked on it last week while I was away?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Went well. It feels like you've been gone longer than a week.
I know, it does.
It feels weird, like I'm a rookie again.
I'm totally out of sorts here. I know the intro played the same, but the video was an old one because at the end it said Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Mike's back. Dad's back.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Dad's back. You get the board back.
Yeah.
Diddy's free.
Talk to him.
He is free. He's free? He had one charge, right?
So it broke down to...
guilty on
I like
two,
this
but
right
they,
here.
sounded like the same thing.
So he's not guilty on racketeering conspiracy. I guess they had problems on that one. The judge actually sent them away, and they had to come back. Not guilty on sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. How you say that word?
Coercion?
Coercion. Thank you.
Don't know what it means, but...
Not guilty on sex trafficking by force, fraud, or that word again.
Coercion.
Yep. Guilty on transportation to engage in prostitution. 2 counts. So a lot of the things were saying that he's going to do jail time, but I think like an hour ago I was looking on going through all the Twitter, and one of the things was that he's actually just going to get on probation for time served.
So they had this big thing on he's the new Epstein and all this crap. I haven't really followed it. I'm not going to say like I'm a student of the game here, but they had it seemed like they had a lot on them, a lot of lotion.
Yeah.
I like this right
A lot of baby oil.
A lot of baby oil, a lot of names.
I mean, the time and money they spent to go after this guy, and they got nothing.
I just think that he was too smart, if you know what I mean. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew the whole time that everything that he was doing was just awful. And he has himself so protected and so much blackmail that if he was going down, he was taking people down with him. And if they tried to kill him in jail like they did to, Epstein, that everything was still coming out. Like, you weren't going to kill him and cover it up. There's too much... Like, when there's too much smoke, that there's fire. Isn't that how it goes? Like, there was so many stories, and you're like, oh, there were rumors, right? They're rumors. It's amazing how everybody's rumors were the same, though.
Right.
And that's where you...
And it's just amazing that you just have some money, you can buy your way out of this shit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. If it was one of us, we probably would have already been dead.
So correct me if I'm wrong.
If it was one of us, I don't think we'd be friends.
Yeah. If it was one of us, that would be the odd man out. Dave.
You know?
Yeah. Get out of here, Dave, you and your lotion.
You wouldn't be doing the show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, to the best of my knowledge, he was rubbing people down with baby lotion that was contaminated with some type of drug.
Yeah. MDMA.
How is that not, like, jail-worthy?
Right?
I'm having a party at the end of the summer.
Dave, I'm not going to your house. You'll be lucky if you're on the show next week. If people wanted to do this, and they're freaking weird, and they have all kind of, like, hey, that's on them, whatever. But it sounded like people didn't really know what was going on. They were drugged.
Like, people were brought in. And that's where, like, the crossing state lines to engage in prostitution comes in, but...
We're going to get him on that? Get him on jaywalking, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Much.
Yeah.
Poor Justin Bieber.
Did he go to court? Because they didn't have video cameras in court.
No, I don't think that he ever wants to admit or talk or say anything about the hellacious acts that were performed to him.
Maybe they needed people to really come out and say, hey, I was diddied.
I think a lot of them are afraid because the people who did say
Dave's
something...
laughing too much. I think Dave's into weird shit. What are you and Tina doing on the weekends?
That was just
Diddy.
great.
Don't go to Dave's. Don't go to Dave's house after dark.
Diddy Dave.
It's missionary man in the air. How bad could it be?
I'll pass. I don't want to find out.
Wait a minute here. We hang out on the weekends at times, you know?
Yeah, but the weekends that we don't, what's going on, Dave?
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
So that's it. The story's over.
Gonna be back out on the streets.
I was expecting a lot more juice than this.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe this is how it ended. When I saw everything break, I go, you got to be kidding me.
Yep.
This guy not only had the money, or he used to have the money, he's got the leverage on people. He's got to. Like, this can't be, it was a mistake. It was just too much.
And mind you, there's still that video of him punching a woman in the face and dragging her down the hallway.
They found, her name is Cassie, and another woman, uncredible sources.
There's a video.
Right? There's a video
Of
of her
him
dragging
beating
her,
a
beating
woman.
her. Oh, it was almost like they were saying it was almost like reading it today was saying that like she liked it.
Was Roger Goodell the judge? Goodell? Roger, was he the judge? Because this is weird. This is like NFL football type stuff.
I can't believe it. And it's everybody. This is the damning thing about this is that everybody who spoke up, right? The people that actually got up the emotion or ball, whatever you want to say, to get up there and do it, they all got discredited.
No.
Man.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's what money will do.
To have money, right?
Yeah. So now what? He just goes back to doing it again?
You
got away with it once.
You're right. Like, what's stopping him from going and doing it, continuing? Like, I had this much stuff going on. They found all my secret rooms, all my secret drugs, all these people talking about it.
Lotion.
You know, I went to jail and had freak-offs in jail.
Yeah, apparently.
And now look.
Unreal.
Oh, ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Apparently not.
And LeBron James gets away unscathed.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like I said, I didn't really follow it, but I was expecting some juicy names to come out of it, LeBron James being one of them. But I guess we had nothing, and we like it.
And we were talking about all the videos, right? Remember you watching the guys coming out with videos of all the secret videos? Nothing.
Do you think in the future somebody kind of like writes a book or something? Like,
I hope so.
Right? Like that?
I would want
Like-
that. Are we ever going to find the truth of Diddy and Karen Reed? You know?
I don't know. The Karen Reed thing, I don't think we're going to find the truth.
And then are people going to believe the
think so.
truths? Because like we'll just...
When people are dug in, they're dug in. They don't believe anything.
I'm going to take a shot, right? The JFK. You don't even know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
People things coming out saying, nope, this is factual. This is what happened. Like you'll never really know because you're going to believe what you want to believe.
And I also think when people are dug in on a stance, they tend to stay there.
Yeah.
They're not really open-minded. They think they're open-minded. They think no one else is. But I'm like, you're more dug in than anyone I know.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess that's it. We know nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And we never will. But first book that comes out, that's what I'm going to believe.
Or a Netflix series
There is a Netflix series.
on Diddy.
Yeah.
From one of the people that...
50 Cent created it.
Oh, well, if 50 Cent created it, it's probably real. I feel like he's a pretty...
He's one of the first whistleblowers.
Right? I feel like he's a pretty good source.
Dude, think of these guys. Like, I mean, maybe not as much 50 Cent, but like, what's the other comedian that spoke up
Cat
about
Williams.
Cat Williams, and now like, Diddy's free. He's coming after me.
Oh, God, yeah. Huh.
Man, I really missed this alert last week.
Great.
It is.
Love it. I've had it every day for probably about 2 months. It should be on the shelves, online shelves, I believe on Tuesday of next week.
Which is July 8th.
July 8th. What a great day.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I get people asking for samples all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, you can sample it, $29.99.
Yes.
I don't even know if that's the price.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
not.
sounded
It's not.
I got the behind the scenes. No.
Kerry, he doesn't know anything.
I don't even know the name of the product. What was it called again?
Alert. It's alert. You can say that. So it should be out on Tuesday, and we are attaching it to mental health. I think the story will be a little bit clearer for people. And I'm really excited about the mental health part because I feel like that's a space that I should be in because I feel like the men that talk about mental health, they're kind of weird, and nobody really wants to take anything that they say. A lot of people that talk about mental health.
Yeah, so you walk that one back a little.
Yeah, a lot of people that talk about mental. It's like not really somebody I would resonate with or listen to. So I feel like
I agree. I think that's the problem with a lot of, especially men's.
Yeah.
And I'll put this like the little macho, like it's. When you hear some of the guys open up about it, like those are the people that be like, "Wow, look at those."
Yeah, look at that beta. I'm not gonna listen to him.
Yeah,
but
you need an alpha to talk about mental.
Well, like a guy that people like kind of relate to, and it makes it a little bit more real.
Yeah.
And I'm more excited about the brand being recognized as like a mental health thing. So we're gonna piece it together, and it's gonna go great. Yeah. Starting Tuesday.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
Me too.
Melissa chimes in, the price is probably wrong.
The price is probably, that's right, Melissa.
Yeah. So Boston sports.
They suck.
All across the board. What are we doing? Let's start with the Celtics. Because the Celtics are fresh in my brain. Because the Celtics are pissing me off. Like, really pissing me off. And it's not even the Celtics. It's more of the green teamers. With all these theories, like the tank. We'll start with the soft tank. They're not soft tanking.
No, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Like, this is...
And what? And for what? What are you tanking for?
Exactly. Oh, the team that they have constructed now, right? Just the way it is right now, if they all play to their potential and nobody gets injured, they're still
a number 4 seed in the East.
But they're still the East is wide open.
Right. Oh yeah, they have a shot. Yeah. But I mean, like seeding wise, number 3, number 4.
You know, and I know they're not soft tanking. You're just trying to wrap your head around
what's going on
of what happened because you didn't want to. Step outside of your green team cavern.
People are dug in, Mike. I just told you that.
Drew Holiday, it was a shell of himself, and he wasn't staying for that amount of money. Porzingis, I said it all year last year. Love the guy, can't stand that he cannot stay on the court. Making way too much money. We knew those guys were going. This roster wasn't sustainable at the amount of money they were being paid. It just wasn't feasible. You knew this was going to happen. You turned around, you got rid of Drew Holiday, you got Simmons. Great piece.
Simons. Like it. Anthony. Yeah.
And very excited about that.
Yep.
Very happy. That is a great piece. People here are going to love that guy.
I hope they keep him because he's on a 1-year deal, and I'm already hearing they might have to get rid of him to bring in other people. I'm like, just keep him. He's a scorer.
The rest of the pieces we just picked up.
Crap.
Luka Garza and Josh Minall. I can't even say his last name. They're the 8th and 9th guys off the Minnesota bench, and those are the guys you're relying on. Like those are, and it's the green team is going. Oh, look at Luke. He was such a great college player. Really, it didn't translate into the NBA.
Yeah,
he looked awesome on his highlights in garbage time minutes.
Yeah,
but does this have to do with the ownership, like trying to get the money down?
Well, they were in what they call the second apron, and when you're up above that, you can't. You're going to lose draft picks in the future. There's certain trades that you can't make. Mid-level exemptions, whatever the fuck they call it. You're not going to be. There's a lot of things that go in when you're over that second apron. So they had to get themselves underneath that.
And especially with older players. If they were up against it and these guys were in their 20s, you wouldn't have seen it. You would have run it. But you got an aging Drew Holiday who you could see it last year. You could see it as the season wore on. He was nothing. He was averaging, 14 points a game?
I'm surprised they signed him to that deal.
Yeah. Well,
because he was 32, and they signed him to a 3-year, $105 million deal.
This is like, it's like they went out and spent to try to win that championship. Right. They got it.
They tried to double down.
And now they're like, all right, now we need to take a step back and get rid of all this bad money.
Well, it's also new ownership, too.
Right. Well, it's no. It's all these moves are...
They're under Wick's ownership. It's not sold yet.
It's not sold yet. They've even seen, look at the new owners. It's got nothing to do with the new owners. These guys are not in there making these moves.
No. But
we knew that. I can't stand that because we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming this year. It was there. Like we talked about this once. Everything broke down last summer. These deals are not going to. They're not sustainable. Like these are trying to go back to back, and if it fails, these guys are gone. Yeah, we said this. We said this on this show, and not just us. This was said everywhere.
I think everybody knew that it was like a very, very short window. Yeah. I mean, they talked about it all over the place. I don't know why this is a surprise.
No.
I think The problem is we have no depth at all. We just lost all these pieces, and we didn't really. I mean, I like Simon's coming back. That's a rotation guy, I feel, but nothing else is really a rotation guy, and we don't have any bigs. We're looking at Keita. Anytime you count on a Portuguese guy to lead the way, you're going to be in trouble. So we have Keita as our center. We have Tillman, who has been a real disappointment since he's been here.
Yep.
And then we have whatever they just brought in.
That's why I'm like, why are we spending 2 years? So basically, we just signed 2 guys, 2 years each, for a combined $10.5 million.
I think they have to keep the salary down.
But we could have. There are other players out there. What did Ayton just sign?
I don't know.
Look at what he just did. Did it come
He
out what he
sucks
just
on.
signed?
He sucks with technology. He doesn't even know who he is. Number 1 pick out of Arizona.
DeAndre Ayton. He just signed with the Lakers.
Ayton.
Like that's a guy that if we could have signed on a short deal to prove himself, because I think that's what he's doing in LA.
Yeah.
And that would have kept us.
I wonder if he wants to play with LeBron too. There's more of a draw to play with LeBron.
You got Luka, who's in shape now.
Yeah, Luka too. Yeah, I forgot Luka was there.
You got Mo Wagner.
That's actually a good pickup. They picked up Ayton to go with Luka and LeBron. I totally forgot about Luka.
But there's guys like Mo Wagner still out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he just turned down an $11 million deal, but then blew out his Achilles in December. That's a guy that you could probably sign.
Yeah. Mo Wagner.
Orlando Magic, white guy.
Yeah, Wagner. It looks. I think they call him Wagner.
Right? It's W.
Yeah. It's one of those foreign guys. I think it's
he's
Wagner.
Got another brother.
Yes.
So.
Dave, how are we doing over there? We're trying to buy time over here, talking about Wagner or Wagner. I don't even know which one it is.
Just as he signed a 2-year contract, I don't see money.
Well, thank you, Dave. Yeah, Dave is officially off the show as of next week.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna keep talking about basketball.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I don't. And it looks like there might be more moves to go.
Right. I mean, Hauser's one of those guys that was always in the mix. That last year was going to be his last year.
I think the thing with Hauser though is we have Shireman that could fill into that slot.
Awesome.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe. With the bigs, we have nothing that fills in.
No.
We're kind of screwed. And Tatum, in a weird way, was a little bit of a big. He's 6'9",
6'10".
6'10".
Yeah.
So he plays the 4.
Yeah.
So we don't really have a center, and we don't really have a 4.
No.
Who's this? What's it? Gonzalez? Is that the guy that
He's
drafted?
18, 19.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Yeah, he's young.
Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young.
He's gonna be good just because of the name.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, that alone, that'll get you places.
I mean, give it a couple years, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's 20. He's 19, so
19?
probably take about
All right.
3 years, 4 years.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna take Tatum 3 or 4 years to get back to.
No. Stop it.
So this team's in trouble. No, not in trouble.
No.
They're going to be in the playoffs, I feel. In the East is very, very weak. It's just that the East is so weak, you'd rather see them go for it.
One piece away. We're one piece, one big away. And what I mean is we don't need an all-star big. We just need an everyday guy that can come out there and give you 12 and 10.
Nas Reed?
He's gone.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a nice
That would be
piece.
huge.
Yeah. Shoots the 3, plays tough,
I don't want anyone
rebounds.
shooting threes.
I know, but they're going to shoot threes.
Not anymore. These guys that we signed are not good three-point shooters.
I know. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a different team next year.
Yeah. And then we'll see Horford. I mean, everyone keeps saying Golden State, but we talked before the show. Horford already left to chase the money once. Then he got his trade to OKC and couldn't wait to get back here. I couldn't wait to get back.
Yeah. I would love to play with Steph Curry, though.
I think that's the only draw.
It looks like fun basketball over there.
He's 40? 39?
I think he's one of the older players in the league.
Yeah, but he's in pretty good shape. Manages minutes.
What do you want to pack up and leave for?
Yeah,
That's what I see.
1 year with Steph Curry. I would love to.
Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler and just a free-flowing style
But he
of
already
basketball.
played with Jimmy Butler, and he couldn't wait to get out of Philly.
Yeah, I don't know if Jimmy Butler was the issue, though. I think that because Jimmy Butler wanted to get out of Philly, too.
Yeah.
There were a lot of issues.
Jimmy Butler didn't want to leave. Remember, he was pissed because they traded him away for Tobias Harris. Yeah, he was like, "This is who you got rid of me for, Tobias Harris." You don't remember that? When he was running his mouth coming off the court?
I thought Tobias Harris was a free agent from the Clippers.
They got rid of them to sign him.
Okay, yeah, they didn't trade him. Yeah, they let Butler go and they signed Tobias Harris, yes. Yeah. So, we'll see.
Dave is not liking this talk.
No,
we have
no,
more.
no.
There's more because we have the rumor of Damian Lillard.
Very exciting. Another blown Achilles.
I didn't want him.
Get him in here.
34 years old, too.
He wasn't a good fit for this team when they were trying to sign him before he went to Milwaukee. I don't want this guy. What the hell is he going to do here?
Yeah. Now, I don't want to bet on a 34-year-old coming back from an Achilles injury, so there's that. But if you have a trade for Jaylen Brown that blows you away, that you really like,
that's a different story.
Jaylen Brown goes, a big comes back, Damian Lillard here, maybe.
We're talking way out there.
well, I don't think it's way out there. People want Jaylen Brown.
Let's go for the trifecta. Let's bring in Halliburton, too, along with Lillard.
Yeah,
so
that would be
three blown Achilles for next year's playoff run.
Yeah, they dominate.
Andrew, Clint Capella was just signed back to the Rockets.
I like Clint Capella.
He went back to the Rockets.
Yeah. I don't know if he would ever play here. I don't think that's the Brad Stevens type guy.
He's locked up in this great Rockets roster. He just got signed. He left Atlanta.
Yeah.
Remember, he left the Rockets to go to Atlanta. Now he's back in.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't shoot the three. He's more of like an old school center. He blocks shots. He rebounds.
He reminds me of a tall Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder, yeah. He's a rim runner. A little bit more like Robert Williams, like shot blocker. Doesn't shoot from the perimeter. So
soft. He's
soft, yeah. But I mean, we're soft. What do we have?
Yeah,
we don't have anything. So for us, it wouldn't be soft. It would be like one of our better bigs. Yeah. He would be our best big by far.
100%. He would be the starting center here.
Yeah, and we'd be like, oh, this guy's tough. He's compared to what we have.
Immediately change the story.
Yeah, well, compared to what we have, like, we're soft. We don't really have anything. No. We're hoping for Cornette to come back. That's how soft we are.
But this team is still a 4. Jaylen Brown, Simmons, Derek White. We can still compete.
Especially in a weak East.
Yeah. You know, I get it. Detroit Pistons, they have a nice squad put together. We'll see if they can continue. The Knicks just signed Mike Brown as a coach. They're doomed. Like, as soon as I saw that, I go, really?
Every other team has hurt players, so that's it.
I mean, the Bucks, they have it with Gary Trent Jr. and Miles Turner. They have a nice little squad.
Yeah, but Giannis is hurt on and off again, too.
For the East, they have a nice squad.
Yeah.
Orlando
They'll be in the mix.
Orlando Magic is probably the front runner for that team with Bane.
Cleveland, too. Cleveland's good.
Yeah.
I mean, they won a lot of games this year.
Yep.
You know, they might not be playoff tested.
You have Cleveland and the Magic probably battling for 1 and 2. Detroit and New York right there.
And then we're going to be right there after that.
You get the Hawks, too. The Hawks just put together a nice squad.
Yeah, well, Porzingis has to stay healthy.
Porzingis is going to
play 82 games.
He's going to go out there and rip it up.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like Chris Sale going to Atlanta.
Yeah, he's hurt again.
I'll show you.
Yeah, Chris Sale got hurt again. Broke his rib. Yeah.
All those teams I just mentioned, though, every single one of them, including the Celtics, they're all the same team.
Yeah, they're all in that cluster.
They're all right there.
Yeah.
Any one of those teams can go.
Yeah.
So
I would say top 3 would be Orlando, not in any particular order. Orlando, New York, and Cleveland. After that, you get a mix of whoever's lucky and whoever doesn't. You know.
And New York could be number 1 next year, but with Mike Brown and that team, they're not winning.
Yeah.
Mike Brown is not a fan. Not a fan of his coaching style with that team.
Yeah, let's see if it blows up too. That owner's pretty tough over there, so he'll fire him real quick if it doesn't go the way he thinks it will.
But everything will be in the West next year. The Rockets look, man, they're putting together a great team out there. SGA just got paid a ridiculous amount of money, an AAV of $72 million a year.
Hey, that's what it is. When you're up,
I know.
That's what it is.
It's just crazy. But I don't know.
You're a max guy, and your time is up. You're getting the $70 million.
But they're going to run into the same problem the Celtics right. Chet. You're going to have to pay Williams. I mean, Williams. They luckily just gave Williams some money right now, but he's still. If he continues to play the way that he's playing, they're going to run into the same problem the Celtics have. So that's it.
All right. Is that it for basketball?
It was a long run.
Dave was. I could just feel him on my shoulder over here, going, just
well,
stop it.
He's into the weird shit on the weekend. You know that. So
let me talk about the Bruins and all these signings that they just have that nobody knows who they are.
Yeah. Now everybody feels like me when it comes to hockey talk. Nobody's going to know a thing.
Oh my God.
Dude, do you want me to rattle off the signings?
Please do.
I do, yes. I can tell you
I'm
which
gonna
ones I do know.
I'm going to destroy everyone's name. Tanner Janot.
Jeannot.
Okay.
Okay.
Sean Curley.
Corrali was with
Sean
the Bruins
Corrali.
already.
All right. Michael Isamont.
Never heard of him.
All right. Mataj Blume.
Yeah, never heard of him.
It's Mateg. Is this
Okay,
his name?
yeah, no.
All right.
No.
Jordan Harris, can say that name.
Never heard of him.
Jonathan Ass Pirate.
Never heard of him. What else?
How else? Ass Pirate.
He's an ass pirate. Yes, correct.
All right. Luke Cavillion.
Never heard of him.
Riley Tufty.
Tufty was already part of the team last year.
And I don't even like how he spells Victor Adverson. Adverson.
Yes.
Wow, destroyed. Man, these names.
So,
I like Jordan Harris.
When the green teamers are talking this soft tank,
This is a real tank.
this is a hard tank right
Yes.
here. Tanner Jeannot is the best name the Bruins brought in.
So, with all of these players, Dave,
Yeah.
they are still now up against the cap. And
I
they
saw
signed
that.
crap.
Yeah, it's because they threw so much money at Lindholm, the other Lindholm, Zadorov,
Swayman. Swayman.
I was waiting to see how long before
Repeat
you
after
got
me,
to Swayman.
David. Swayman.
Listen,
I can show you right now where all their money-
you want.
where all their money's
He played
at.
on a real team for USA and was dominant.
Dave,
So
who is on the Bruins their top 3 paid players?
Swayman.
it's McAvoy,
Yep.
obviously Pasta,
Yep.
and then
He just doesn't want to say it.
Swayman.
well, I don't count the goalies because
Why? Because he's making a ridiculous amount of money to suck?
you don't win without a good goalie. So,
Okay.
and I mean,
We still don't
you
have
know,
one, so.
Is that why we lost so many games last year, Dave?
they have
Set myself up alley-oops here.
they have a great goalie and they have a horrible. Their first line. One player on that first line is a first.
Are you
line
related
player.
to this guy or something? Why do you like him so much?
He's dug in.
He's dug in. He's dug in. Ah.
He was like
because
you
I've
and your Matty bet, which is still looking good, you know?
Because I've
Better
seen
than you.
what he can do. And last year, I mean, the Bruins were just so bad.
So it's Pasternak at 6 years, 11.25, McAvoy 9.5, and then Swayman at 8.25.
But if you go with other players, is
Lindholm.
it Lindholm? Yeah.
Both Lindholms.
David, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give Swayman a pass for last year because he signed late. There was a lot of drama with him signing late. I think he did the Bruins a little dirty, had like a handshake deal, and then went back on it once they traded Olmark. Players were kind of pissed. Marchand was kind of pissed. So emotionally, that might have been a weird time for him. I'm going to give him a pass. I watched 0 games last year. I'll probably watch 0 games this year, but I will.
You're going to give him a pass.
I'm going to wait till this year.
Yeah.
To kind of let him play it out.
I'll tell you what.
I think that's fair.
Can we make the deal, Dave? Finally, if this year he comes out and sucks,
Yeah.
finally
With a clean slate
finally
contract
agree
behind him.
that maybe
If he is
Swayman is
playing
not the
terrible,
goal.
if he is playing terrible, yes,
let me
I will
put some
tell you.
asterisks
Okay.
on this.
All right.
No,
Because
because
he's going to blame it on the
because he
sucky
can
team all year.
still no, he can still come out and play well. And Allmark did it for years in Buffalo. He had a high save percentage. He just faced a million shots.
Right, but nobody was talking smack about Allmark at that time because they understood what was going on.
Yeah, and I think people are going to understand this season because they're literally their second, third, and fourth lines are fourth line players at best on most teams.
So he can not have a great record and still play well.
If his save
Yes.
percentage.
If they say right, so that's what we go by.
if his
But I
save
don't think-
percentage is at 92,
Then
93,
He's doing the best that he
and
can.
he's having a great season.
Right.
And he's not getting any help.
What was his save percentage this year?
I don't know. It wasn't good. He had a terrible year.
Well, I think he got off to a rocky start signing late. Probably shouldn't have signed late like that. Missed.
No, but there was a lot going on. I don't know what the issue was with the Montgomery at the beginning of the season, Marchand.
Yeah.
I mean, even those two went at it on the bench at one point.
Right, I remember that.
8.92.
Yeah.
So 89%.
That's terrible.
That's low?
Yeah,
okay.
that's terrible.
All right. So I'm going to give him a pass for last year, and we'll see how it goes this year. Is that fair, David?
That's fair.
All right.
I mean,
If he has another year below 9 save percentage, you need to come on the show
he needs to
and
go.
sit here and say, Mike,
It's kind of tough to move.
all of these years that you said Swayman was horrible, you were right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we're doing a lot of gambling on this show. I like it.
No money involved in that one.
No, just a handshake deal.
Not like you two a couple weeks ago.
I just
Real
have to-
quick to $500. We'll get to that bet in the MLB minute in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Bruins signed a bag of crap, and the Panthers are reloaded and ready to go.
And talk about like Sweeney misreading free agency altogether. I mean, there was talk of Bennett, there was talk of Marner, and then Marchand was coming back. And
I don't think I ever believed Marchand was coming back.
I didn't really either, but there was a lot of strong feelings that, well, his family's here, this and that. He just signed a 6-year deal to stay in Florida.
Yeah.
I think the family's moving to Florida.
Isn't that a little weird? He signed for 6 years. We're thinking he might retire.
So I realized why
They
they
can
did
get
6
out?
years. Because they wanted to.
Guarantee him security, some money, and even if he only plays 3 of those years, they weren't paying him giving him a 3-year deal, paying him 8 or 10 a year. They got him at 5. So cap hit wise, it worked out for the team. If he retires at 40, they have to kind of just throw some money at him to.
So Toronto and Utah offered him the same amount of money but shorter years.
All right.
And then so that way Florida once saw what the market was. They said, okay, we'll give you the same amount of money, but we're going to, like Dave just said, stretch out the years so it's less as a cap hit.
Okay. Yeah, I figured there's no way he plays
And
for
it's
6 more years.
guaranteed money.
And his first year, it's like base salary is $1 million, and he got like a $4.5 million signing bonus or whatever it was. So they're just taking care of him money wise and giving him those years so that he knows he's secure.
There's probably ways that they can finagle their books where it doesn't hurt them as much on the cap if it's spread out over 6 years, even if he
If
retires.
anything that we've learned is that the Panthers know what they're doing with
Yeah. We're not
Yes.
going to question them.
Yeah, they got their core players back. I mean, they have.
They only
I
lost
forget-
one guy, right? Who they lost one piece that just went to oh geez, I just saw it flash on my screen earlier. I posted it on the probably wrong thing and I can't remember who it was. One guy left.
Yeah, most of the guys want to stick around. They're taking, team-friendly deals to stay around.
Oh, it's because of the state taxes, Dave. It's because there's no state taxes.
It's not because they have the best team
Yeah.
on the ice and they're gonna three-peat.
You're breathing awfully hard over there today.
I'm thinking. Mike, I'm thinking. Let me think for crying out loud. I don't know much about hockey, so I need to process this.
I can hear it in my headphones. I'm like, man.
Let me think.
I mean, if
Snarling.
you're gonna put some money on, DraftKings or something.
I don't bet, believe it or not. I never bet. I don't have any apps on my phone.
I don't bet, but he's real quick to throw a $500 hammer bet down.
Well, I felt like he was.
You took $100 from me the first year of the
No,
show.
when people say stupid stuff, I'm going to make them pay for it. And I also beat him on a bet where he gave me a box of cards. Remember that?
Yep.
I don't remember what that bet was, but probably something else he said that wasn't too intelligent.
It had to do with the quarterbacks, Patriots quarterbacks.
Milton.
Milton.
Oh, he said Milton was going to play over Drake May.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, how many bad takes can this guy have?
I love it. I love that we've been doing the show together for three plus years, and I say some outlandish things just to take a different approach to maybe get under your skin, and it really took Maddie 10 minutes, and you started getting all fired up.
Well, he was wrong. He was, deliberately wrong.
I loved it. Oh, my goodness. It was great. It was great. The crowd loved it.
We're doing it for the crowd.
Got under Tony's skin.
I mean,
I knew
Mike is pretty good at getting under people's skin, but Matt's really got it for you.
Do you think he does it on purpose?
I hope he does, because we need to get him back on the show. You know what it felt like? Watching you two go back and forth.
You and Justin?
I felt like you.
Yeah.
Watching me and Justin, but you guys weren't as vicious as Justin and I would get.
I don't think I was vicious.
Yeah.
No. Justin.
I mean, if we do Matt again, we might have to put Matt over here so that we don't. Nothing gets physical.
Yeah. No, I just want my $500. That's it.
It was great.
Still a long season though, so anything can happen.
Okay, speaking of that, let's get into baseball.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it? The Red Sox look awesome. That game Saturday. Oof.
Yeah. Well, that's a game we should have went to, right? They actually scored 15 runs.
15 runs, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this team's going to just kind of...
So since the show, where the bet has started, the Tigers are 6-4, and steadily pulling away from the pack.
Yeah, so they're going to make the playoffs.
So, just to give the bet update, right now they are still tied for number 1 in the league.
In Major League Baseball. And they have the biggest lead.
Yes, and if they were to fall out of playoffs at this point, they would have to,
they'd have to have a plane crash.
They'd have to lose a lot of games.
They're not a great team, but the American League is kind of like the NBA Eastern Conference. You have a lot of teams that aren't that good, and then a few teams are pretty good, so they're going to stand out.
But they're in the Central, right?
The Central's not very good.
Terrible. Yeah,
not very good.
My point with Detroit is they were always the team that would get into the playoffs and build my hopes up, and then just fall apart.
Yeah, but that could always change. That just takes. I mean, you look at the Dodgers. Dodgers won in 2020, but before then, it had been 88.
Yep.
Right. So it just takes one good year. I mean, the Houston Astros used to be terrible, and then all of a sudden they had like this little dynasty going. The Houston Astros were in the National League, and then they come over to the American League where like they're going to get killed. Did I spit on you?
That was a big one.
All right, sorry about that. So sometimes all it takes is a good group of guys and 1 or 2 free agent signings, and then you have a 4 or 5 year run.
Didn't the Royals win recently?
Royals won twice.
No, they didn't win the World Series. I thought they just got to the World Series.
They beat the Mets.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did.
They beat the Mets. I think they won twice. That was like Mike Moustakas and Alex Gordon, those guys. Not this group of Royals, but Salvi Perez was... Maybe they got there twice and beat the Mets. They definitely beat the Mets, so they have at least one.
Rafi Devers.
Rafi Devers is, going back to his early season form right now.
And 2 weeks ago it was said on the show, trade him while he's hot. 3 weeks ago it was said on the show, trade him while he's hot. And then we traded him, and then it was said, I sat right here and said, because everyone was complaining about how well he was playing, is that, do you guys forget that Rafi Devers dips up, it dips way down, and then dips up? He's not a consistent baseball player, so sell him while he's high, get what you can get rid of his contract.
Out of that contract.
Because he's going to suck again. And now he's gone 2 for his last 19, 21 Ks.
2 for last 19 with 14 Ks.
Yeah.
So
the Giants are 5-8, 4-9, since the trade. And the Red Sox are now 6-8 since the trade.
All right, so we're way better.
Yeah,
we're still on the 500, but my only issue is, I would have. I don't know. I just feel like we brought nothing back that is going to help us this year. Maybe next year with that Harrison guy.
No, it was a salary.
It's a salary dump, and I just don't want to see the team. I want to have a baseball season. Yeah. If they start trading off Chapman, Giolito's pitching well, it's like, we're just going to have another lost season.
We'll know in a couple weeks what direction this team's going to go. And I know you're pretty firm on the fact that you think they're going to trade away Chapman. I don't think they're going to trade him away because we're just treading water right now at 500. We're right there. We win one more game. Right now we're 1 game under 500. At the taping of the show, we're 1 game under.
Yeah.
But this team has been kind of right there.
Yeah.
So all you need is to string together in August.
Do you have a good enough team to string that together, though? Because I'm watching this roster. I'm watching Abraham Toro play. He's a backup. I'm watching Romy Gonzalez. I'm watching David Hamilton. I'm watching a few young guys that aren't developed. Are we good enough to be that consistent over the rest of the season, over half a season?
I'm taking Mr. Positivity in this one.
I hope so.
Can string it together.
Because I look at Toronto and I see Vlad Guerrero, I see Bo Bichette, I see George Springer, I see like men, and then the pitching staff.
What do those men do every year?
Right. But I think they're going to be better suited to finish off the year strong than our team.
We think that every year about Toronto.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just don't. I mean, one good thing is they have 3 pitchers pitching pretty well. Obviously, Crochet, Giolito, and Bale's pitching pretty well. The 3 of them. So if you could find a way to, I still think you need more bats. It's just not enough offense here.
You just need some of these guys to start hitting.
Yeah, but even at their peak, none of them are like legit, like big threats.
No, I mean Duran.
Duran would be the best out of. Yeah, he had a great year last year.
Andrew says we need to get rid of Walker.
Walker Buehler for what? What are you going to get, a bag of baseballs? I don't even think you get that.
I've said this beginning of the year, right when they signed him. They just need to move him to the bullpen. He is a middle relief player.
Yeah.
Like I've said this, he is middle relief. You can get the best out of this guy. You can't trade him.
Inning or 2.
You can't send him down. Send him in there to middle relief to take some of the pressure off these other guys. That's where you're going to be like, wow, we got something here.
His first inning ERA is 9.
Oh.
So I think we got lucky with Walker Buehler because I think we wanted to sign him to a long-term deal, and he said, no, I'm going to bet on myself. I only want a 1-year deal. Thank God.
Yeah.
He took 1 year at $20 million, but we could have been locked into a 4-year deal for $80 million.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what we wanted.
And
that would have been a nightmare.
I'm hoping, I mean, with Whitlock not coming back kind of hurts my chances of Walker being put into the bullpen.
Crawford.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cutter Crawford. But I think it's going to happen.
Well, they got the Harrison guy.
Yeah.
Harrison was part of the Devers trade. Fantasy-wise, he was an up-and-coming stud last year. Andrew Bailey worked with him before in San Fran. I don't know where it all went wrong with Harrison, but I believe he's a 23-year-old lefty. He's a starter. So maybe that's how they get Buehler in the bullpen.
Or if Dick Fitz can put it together.
Yeah.
So, but I just think Walker needs to go to the bullpen. We can't do anything else with him.
Yeah, and he can't start. He even said, I'm embarrassed. You kind of feel bad for the guy because this guy was a top-of-the-rotation guy for a number of years. He had the 2 Tommy Johns, and you can tell it bothers him.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks to be that great, and now you suck, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And it's not really your fault. You got hurt twice.
Mm-hmm. So, that's it. See, Red Sox, we have something to talk about.
Yeah. I hope they stay in it, and they don't totally fall out of it, because that would suck. It's the only sport going on right now, and if they fall out of it and then they stop moving pieces, it's like, oh, God.
But if a couple of these young kids actually start hitting...
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I know it's a big if.
Yeah.
But...
Meyer has had some glimpses. Anthony has put some strings together.
Yeah.
If we could ever get what's his name there,
Campbell
to stop being consistent and find a position. So
right, and you get Bregman coming back, moving. Meyer played a few games at second, and defensively he's really good. You put him at third, he looks like a Gold Glover. You put him at second, he looks like he's comfortable. He doesn't even play those positions.
Just think if Durant could get it going.
Yeah. There's a chance that Durant gets moved too.
I don't think he's getting moved.
Right?
Yeah, I know. That's the rumor, but I don't.
Because Abreu, they're talking Durant or maybe Abreu. Kind of like them both, but there is a log jam in the outfield.
I think it would be Abreu that they're hoping to sell high on.
Yeah,
we were talking about that at the beginning of the year. I think Durant Durant's a fan favorite. I think if they trade him away right now.
And when he's on, he's a difference maker.
Yes.
Like, you don't have anyone else in that lineup yet. I think it'll eventually be Roman Anthony. But Rafael Devers, like him or not, he's a difference maker. Durant is a difference maker when he's on.
Yeah.
Abreu is solid. I don't think he'll ever be like that type of, like, big-time bat. So.
Hey, you want to talk a little NFL?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
We got the Miami Dolphins making some moves.
Up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up real quick. I hate it because it means the end of the summer. But do you think the Dolphins got better or worse with bringing in Fitzpatrick and taking in Waller taking a break from his rap career to come back and be a tight end?
Well, you got rid of a tight end that you actually used last year that had a good year.
I think Genu Smith had a good year because you couldn't.
Did you fart, David?
No, that was my stomach.
You couldn't really cover him because what are you going to do?
Too many weapons.
Exactly. And
so you think Waller has the same type of year?
Yes, because I think Waller is still a much better tight end.
Yeah.
And I think Jalen Ramsey, I've said this before about him, was cashed.
Yep.
I
could have been.
He only played good against
Miami.
Metcalf. So.
Oh, we'll see what Waller after having a year off. Let's see, what he has.
I don't like it. When guys are out, they miss a year. Usually, they're not as productive. Maybe I'm wrong with this guy, but
no, you're absolutely right. You've called that several times. So
that's a tough thing to do in the NFL.
In the NFL, because are you working out the same way? Not even close.
Yeah. I mean, all these Steelers fans that are excited about Aaron Rodgers. I just don't. He's 41.
I fell for that Aaron Rodgers trap once.
I don't feel any excitement for them at all. I mean, this might be a good spot for Jalen Ramsey because he's going into Mike Tomlin's system. They usually have a good defense. They're already loaded at corner.
I want to see the Metcalf Ramsey. What's going to happen with these two? These two do not like each other.
Yeah, but I mean,
we'll see.
You hope cooler heads prevail when you're on the team.
Well, I'm waiting to see the first fight at Pittsburgh Steelers
camp.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
yeah.
It was nice to see some movement out there. Looking forward to it. Just,
I've kind of tried to avoid like all the hype stuff with the Patriots mini camps and shit.
Did you hear? Speaking of the Patriots mini camps, did you hear they were talking the other day and they were I forget who it was, but they were giving their quarterback comps. Their highs and lows, you know, and I think it was like Jaden Daniels' high was Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert was, I think it was Penix's high, and then they get to
Drake May.
Drake May. What do you think his high is? Who do you think his comp was? Like his ceiling?
Well, they usually compare him to Josh Allen.
No, it wasn't Josh Allen.
Eli Manning.
No, his high was Trevor Lawrence. His low was Daniel Jones.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, you can see that Daniel Jones, because I think Daniel Jones has a similar skill set, so you can see that. But I would hope. I mean, I would hope his high would be higher than Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence really hasn't panned out. Trevor Lawrence is kind of hit.
Trevor Lawrence hasn't hit his high.
No, he's hit his low.
Yeah.
Tony Martin chimes in. Steelers are going all in with Rodgers. Andrew says Waller was too busy singing last year. So,
I mean, yeah, the Steelers are all in on a 41-year-old quarterback who hasn't been any good the last. I mean, obviously the injury a few years ago, but love T.J. Watt, but they're extending the season another game, right? This guy can't even play a 16-game schedule.
is it going to 18?
No, it's 17.
I thought they said they were moving it to 18 this year.
Oh, I don't think so.
Or
I
is it
didn't hear
next
that.
year?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I know
coming.
there's talks of it.
Yeah, it's coming.
You got me all excited.
TJ Watt,
President's Day weekend Super Bowl.
Yeah.
TJ Watt maybe should take the first month off and then see if he can last into the playoffs for the Steelers.
Tell you what, though, 10 games again.
Yeah.
Every year they win 10 games,
they do.
and every year they're in the playoffs.
Mike Tomlin is a great coach.
Yeah. And he controls, because he brings in a lot of punks, he controls behavior.
Yeah.
Because he always drafts these wide receiver divas that nobody else wants to draft, and he, for the most part, keeps them under control. He had Antonio Brown there for years.
Now he's got who's wanted for murder and hiding.
Yeah, he's in a foreign country.
Living it up.
Yeah, good for him.
They just dumped. Who'd they dump to Dallas? That
Pickens.
Another problem.
Yeah, they just kind of rotate these guys in, and once he can't control you, he gets rid of you, but he'll bring in the next guy.
We talk about the Steelers on this show.
I don't hate the Steelers. I know that was a rivalry of ours, but I kind of like Tomlin because I kind of respect what he has going on over there.
I've always had a little thing for the Steelers.
Yeah,
Growing up, a good friend of mine.
I did too. I used to like the yellow and black.
But they've kind of made the most noise, I guess, this offseason. trading Pickens, going after Rodgers, which I think is a terrible deal.
Metcalf.
Yeah,
like,
Metcalf. I mean,
yeah, but the Rodgers thing, it's 1 year. And if you couldn't get anyone else, roll the dice.
so what are they bringing in for a backup?
They have Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
Come on, Dave.
The,
But
Come on,
maybe...
act like you watch
the
football.
perennial
yeah.
to Pittsburgh.
Or as the kids call it nowadays, what do you just say? Casual?
Yeah, are you a casual, David?
Is that what they call them these days? Yes.
Speaking of casual, right? Let's get back to this. We're going to go a full 180 degrees back to where we started the show.
Celtics?
Yes.
All right.
These green team people acting like they know who Luka Garza and Josh Minot are. And I'm battling with these people. You don't know who these guys are? No. Nobody knows who these guys are. You cannot call people casuals because they don't know the 8th and 9th guys off the bench in Minnesota.
Yeah, and
That'd be like someone from Minnesota here knowing about...
Cada.
Exactly.
Yeah. But realistically, they aren't even 8th and 9th guys because 8th and 9th guys play.
Yeah.
During the season, like, you do 8-9-man rotations.
They're
So they're getting 10 to 15 minutes.
How good these two are to play 4. One averages 4 minutes, the other averages 5 minutes, and they
what's
each
wrong
only
with that,
played
though?
40 games.
Right.
That means they only play in blowouts. Tony sent me highlights today about this guy. I go, did you look at the numbers?
Right. I was more looking at the skill set, and I'm hoping that, like, Stevens is like, the way Gaza moves for a big man, maybe that'll complement the guys that we have. Like, I'm not saying they're great.
Dave really wants to chime
Go,
in.
go, Dave, go.
I mean, if you're scoring 4 points in 4 minutes, I mean, that averages out to a point per minute.
Yeah, it's 48.
You got to get them out.
You got to get them
30
40 minutes of games. Yeah.
I mean,
It's all about the math, Dave. You're right. It's all about the math.
Yeah.
Oof. But yeah, like I watched those videos that you sent me, and I'm like, wow, he looks good until you realize that he's just playing scrubs. He did have one good move in the clip you sent me on Jokic when I was like, oh wow, he had that little down low fade away. But everything else was off just scrubs.
I didn't send you that video saying he was great. I sent it to look at his style of play and hoping that Celtics were going to change their style of play because they're bringing someone in that doesn't just shoot threes. Because I feel like they're going to play him 10, 15 minutes a game. I think they have to.
They have to change their philosophy next year to get away from
That's what I was trying to articulate, and I couldn't say it. That's why I sent you the video to be like, maybe they are changing their philosophy. Maybe there's going to be more people diving towards the
We're
hoop.
going to sign all these bums who can't shoot, and then they have to take it.
I'll take it.
Forcing your coach to go a different direction.
After watching last year, I think I'll take it.
Yeah.
Awful.
So, hey.
So, well, guys, great show. We have the 4th of July coming up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My second favorite holiday. Absolutely love it.
What's your favorite?
Christmas.
Christmas. I knew that about you.
Yeah, big Christmas guy.
You seem the type.
Yeah, I am the type.
You are the type, yeah.
Christmas, July 25th, halfway there. Christmas,
What's your favorite holiday, Dave?
Valentine's Day. You know it.
Yeah.
Missionary Man of the Year loves his
Lube it up,
Valentine's
lube it
Day.
up. Yeah.
It's a pagan national holiday.
Yeah. I don't know.
Comes out in that baby diaper. Look cute.
Kind of weird, yeah.
I
Kind of
just
weird.
like the fact that when we have holidays, we have days off.
Yeah, you're right.
The more days off, the better.
But I just love 4th of July. We talk about it every year. Just the barbecues, the weather. It's going to be a great 4th of July weekend, which is going to be even better because we haven't had a full, great 4th of July weekend in a while.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. What are you doing?
4th of July is on a Friday. I got to go to my friend's cookout party tomorrow. That's the 3rd of July.
Yeah, that's usually,
I hope I'm doing nothing on the 4th of July because I usually go out on Saturday, so I don't want to go out on Friday. So I already turned down one invite, and I assume I'm going to turn down many more. How about you, David?
Pool party.
Pool party.
Your house?
Oh, that sounds miserable.
My buddy's house for
the warm pool.
The warm pool, yeah.
Do people pee in it? Why is it warm?
I hope not.
It's heated.
It's tough to not get into a pool at 90-degree pool and not pee in it.
The pool's black, so it absorbs the sun. When they have the cover off, I mean that thing.
Oh, the liner is black?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen that.
You got to send me pictures of his pool.
Does that look
It's
cool?
interesting because I.
Does it look like dirty water?
No.
Dave gets in it.
No.
Look how pale he is.
Yeah,
He just sticks right out in the water.
Pail. Yeah. But no, there's a set of stairs like 6 feet in.
Yeah.
And they're tough to see because it's black. And
I got a question with that.
Philip Grant chimes in and says, I'll see Tony this weekend.
I'm hoping that Plymouth does their fireworks on the 4th.
they do it
on
the
Friday.
4th, yeah.
They don't do it on Saturday.
No.
It's smart because it's on Friday.
Friday.
A lot of places are doing it on Thursday, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's the 3rd. And if they were doing it on the Saturday, there's no way I'm heading to Plymouth during that
Firework day, yeah.
That's a nightmare with traffic. So there's a good chance I'll be seeing Phil on Saturday.
At Main Street.
Main Street.
From the Distilled Nightlife podcast, guarding the
that's
doors
right.
at Main Street.
My last stop on Saturday night.
Everyone's last stop.
Everyone's last stop. It's chaos. They need people like Phil working there.
Yeah, Phil says the fireworks are Whitehorse Thursday, Plymouth Friday.
Plymouth Friday, all right.
Yeah.
So we're good for Saturday.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of traffic.
Yeah, me neither.
And parking situations and
People
then
in general.
young kids running around all over the place. Like a few young kids, fine. But when you have a circus of young kids, like, it's chaos. Not for me.
So I'm looking forward. Like yourself, I've had to turn down many invites because I'll be heading down to Marshfield, Brant Rock. Once I settle in, I don't like to leave.
Don't move.
That's it.
Yeah,
settle in, enjoy my 3rd, have a nice quiet 4th, doing a lot of walking.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Everything. Once we get down there,
I
we'll
love
walk everywhere,
walking.
walk down the beaches, walk down the
Oh,
marinas.
so peaceful.
walk the
So
thing.
good for the mind, mental
That's
health.
my favorite thing.
Oh.
Throw the kids on the little scooters
Yeah.
and just have a great time. If you want to come walk, I'll be down.
Probably not.
I know. But you won't be far.
Yeah. I'll pass. Oh.
We can speed walk together.
Yeah.
We'll get some little weights.
Be good for the IG. Be good for the IG. Wear the shirts.
Yeah. Please get a video of that.
Yes.
Hey, you won't come walking with us?
I mean, I'll walk, but I'll just like I am on the show, I'll be in the back.
Yeah, hiding.
Side.
How great would that be? The 3 of us just walking out there.
I like walking. I've been walking 10 to 15,000 steps daily for about 6 months now.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
I'm a big
Are you
walker.
treadmill walking, or is this?
I have a long driveway, Dave, as you know.
Yes.
So I'll walk up and down my driveway for 3 miles.
Just like this.
Just like that. Sometimes I flex at my neighbors. I'll do that for 3 miles. Then at night, I'll go to the Middleborough Y, and they have a walking track, and I'll walk that. So I've been walking 6 miles a day, most days, and then with the rest of my steps that I get in, it's about 15,000 steps for the day. Yeah. I like it.
I like walking. I walk down the waterfront all the time.
Yeah.
Park at the grist mill.
Yeah.
Take a walk down the waterfront. Up
Very
and around.
peaceful. It's very underrated. I recommend everybody should do that.
I love it. And that's what, like, you just walk at a leisurely pace.
Yeah, you don't have to speed it up. Yeah, you don't have to worry about calories.
Waving to everyone.
Yeah, hey,
how
Johnny,
you doing?
Johnny.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Pat the dog. You know?
Yeah, it's great. It's
Keep
great.
walking. Sometimes walk by, grab a little iced coffee on my walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say ice cream.
I don't do the ice cream walk. I do walk to get ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, it's yeah.
I've been telling people about your core. And it's been
goodness.
life-changing to people.
I
Your
honestly,
core.
DQ.
Don't mention the name because
I thought you were talking about his-
they're not a paid advertiser.
I thought you were talking about his abs.
Yeah. Really working on those.
Gonna show off the 6-pack? What's going on here?
No, the peanut butter core. I've been doing it for a while now, and I mentioned it. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, or whatever, a month ago, and Leah tried it for the first time, and
Good.
was like,
So you get
Game changer.
You get the Blizzard, right?
Right.
You know how the Blizzard? You've had a Blizzard?
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever been to a DQ.
So the Blizzard is kind of it's no matter how you do it, it's a little plain. It's
All
always
right.
like missing something.
All right.
And so David here tells me, he goes, gotta get the core.
The core.
So David, could you explain the core?
The core.
well, I'm pretty sure they take a tube and just stick it right in the middle of your Blizzard, and then just fill it with peanut butter, fudge, marshmallow.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Whatever, caramel. I don't know. They have so many different cores that you can put in there.
Yeah.
But I do the
Sounds like a recipe for diabetes.
yeah peanut butter cup with a peanut butter core.
Oh, that sounds really good, though.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Huh. Maybe we should have a group outing. Get the peanut butter cup, peanut butter core.
I don't mind going there right after the show.
Yeah. Is there one local?
Abington.
A little bit of a hike.
Yeah, I know. It is.
It's not happening, guys.
Opposite direction for me.
Yeah,
I usually go one where we're down in Marshfield, but there's one right there.
All right, makes sense.
It's nice. We get that. The sun gets the cherry dipped covered, but yeah.
I was actually kind of shocked that people hadn't heard of that because
Everyone I tell it to, nobody's heard of it.
yeah, oof,
Yeah. I've never seen it on the menu.
game changer. All right,
Peanut butter cola.
Yeah.
whatever core it is you feel like you need to have.
Yeah, there's a variety of cores.
But peanut butter is like,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone hates peanut butter.
No.
And if you do,
It's full of
there's something
protein.
wrong
It's
with
healthy
you.
for you.
On that note,
Have a good 4th, everybody.
All right, check you later.